So you're buying a home in Silicon Valley and you're thinking to yourself, how long is it going to take me to buy this home? That's what we're covering in this video. What's up everyone? Welcome back to another video. For those of you who are new to this channel, my name is Danny Gould. I'm the CEO of the Selling Silicon Valley Group, and we help people buy and sell homes here in the Bay Area. So whatever your real estate needs are, we are here to help. We are literally getting dozens of phone calls, text messages every single day from people moving and relocating here from our YouTube channel, and we absolutely love it. So whatever your real estate needs are here in the Bay Area, my team is here to help. All right, so let's get started. How long is it gonna take you to buy this house? We've all heard the nightmare stories of your friends telling you, oh my God, it took me 26 offers to buy a house. And yes, those stories definitely do exist, but in educating yourself and in watching this video, I'm gonna share with you some time-saving hacks and secrets that will ultimately shorten the amount of time that it will take you to buy a home so that you don't have to make the same mistakes that your friends made. When looking at the overall time that it takes to buy a house, we can really break up the home buying process into four main parts. The first part is the loan pre-approval process. I know for many individuals, this seems like maybe the most daunting task of all, but truthfully, a loan pre-approval with a good loan officer should only take 24 to 48 hours to turn around. For some people, the long part of the loan pre-approval process is actually in gathering all of the supportive documentation that the lender requires. You see, it's not just as simple as inputting a couple numbers into the computer and getting your pre-approval letter. That's called a pre-qualification. A pre-approval letter takes generally your W-2s, your tax returns, a bunch of different things that you don't necessarily have on hand. So you might need to go to your employer, you might need to go to your filing cabinet and figure out where they are. So that can take maybe a few days. So what I would recommend is that you budget a minimum of a week to get your loan pre-approval situated, which means you can't be shopping for homes before you get approved, because in this market, a lot of homes are selling within a week. And so if you don't have your pre-approval before you go see a house and you see the absolute perfect house, chances are you won't be able to get it because the loan pre-approval is going to take a little bit of time. So make sure that you budget at least a week to get that approval done at the beginning of your home search. The second phase of the home buying process is the home shopping process. And herein lies perhaps the longest part of the home buying process. For many people, it can take a few weeks, and for others, it could take a few months or even years to complete the home shopping process. So why is there such a discrepancy in how long it takes individuals to shop for homes? There are a few contributing factors that ultimately determine how long your home shopping process is going to take. The first one is focus, or rather areas of focus. You see, a lot of buyers, especially here in Silicon Valley, what I see is that they generally come into the home shopping process having identified 5, 6, 7, 8 areas that they could potentially be interested in. And what that does is it spreads them so thin that they don't really have any focus. And without focus, you can't execute. In this market, you're competing against people who are very, very focused. And so without having a singular area of focus, or at most 2 areas of focus, you are not going to be able to compete in this market. At least that is what I have found, because we're going to be spread too thin, our goggles are too wide, and they're not deep. They're not narrow. So one of my biggest suggestions to you is to make sure that at the beginning of your home shopping process, you begin to narrow down your areas of focus. Eliminate the areas that we don't want, and let's focus on the areas that we love. And then we can go deep. Another contributing factor to the duration of your home shopping experience is when we actually go see homes. A lot of buyers are stuck on Zillow or Redfin or another website, and they go see open houses during the weekend. Well, there's a big problem with that, and I'll explain what it is. You see, in this market, it's very common for homes to come on the market Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, priming themselves for a weekend of open house. But we still have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday way for the most motivated buyers to go in. And oftentimes what we see is home buyers going to see the properties on the weekdays, making an offer, and before the first weekend of open house, boom, the house is gone, which means the best homes are gone before the first weekend of open house. So a lot of buyers fall into the trap of just looking at homes online and going to see them at the open house. But at that point, you're just seeing the leftovers. A more proactive approach and a more aggressive approach in going to see the homes on the weekdays, so that if we like a property well enough to make the offer, we can make it and be aggressive and pull it off the market before anybody else has an opportunity to go see it the first weekend of open house. The average buyer wastes so much time in this stage of the home shopping process because they don't commit to an agent to work with. And at that point, they're just stuck going from open house to open house to open house and only seeing the leftovers and not having an aggressive agent on their side to help them actually win a house and avoid competition. Another contributing factor to the length of your home shopping experience is going to be lack of inventory. We all know that right now in Silicon Valley, and really for as long as we can all remember, inventory has always been an issue in Silicon Valley and in the greater San Francisco Bay Area. But what if I told you there were actually more homes available that you don't have access to? That's right, there are a ton of off-market opportunities. In fact, 1 in 4 homes in the entire nation are sold off the MLS. And so by not having access to those, you are essentially excluding a good portion of the inventory opportunities that are available to you. Want to know what off-market opportunities are available for you? Go ahead and text the words VIP Homes List to the number down below, and we'll send you the list of the most exclusive, up-to-date off-market opportunities. Another contributing factor to the duration of your home shopping experience is in how many offers you have to write before actually winning your house. A lot of buyers in this marketplace, you've heard the horror stories. I made 12 offers. I made 18 offers. And the most common unifying theme behind all of those home buyers' experiences is lack of a great negotiator on their side. You see, negotiation strategy in this market absolutely matters. And the great news is that with my team, Selling Silicon Valley Group puts an emphasis on making sure that our negotiation strategies are airtight. We have over a 70% success rate at getting our clients' very first offer accepted in this market. That is insane. And the reason that we have such a high rate of success is because we have a proven success formula that we use every single time we make an offer for a buyer. We do not waver from it. We have a system, it works, it's successful, and 7 times out of 10, you're gonna get your first offer accepted. Our strategy is so successful that we put together a guide exclusively for you. You can text the words negotiation guide to the number down below, and we'll send our success formula straight to your inbox. The home shopping experience does not need to be a long one if you don't want it to be. Ultimately, a great agent will be there by your side regardless if it takes 1 day or 1 year. On average, our clients spend roughly 30 to 60 days in the home shopping process. That is from the first time that we meet to the time that we get them into contract on their new home. And on average, our clients are writing less than 2 offers with us on average. And most of them, as I mentioned before, are getting their very first offer accepted. Now, once you are done with the home shopping process, we move on to phase 3 of the home buying process. 3 of the home buying process. And that is escrow. In this market, most escrows or contract lengths are anywhere between 21 and 30 days. Some cash buyers are accelerating that and they're making it 7, 10, 14 days. Chances are if you're a financed offer, at the very least your lender will need 21 days, and generally 30 days is considered the norm. Anything outside of 30 days is going to be less than optimal, and it could ultimately weaken the overall strength and appeal of your offer. All right, great. Now we're done with escrow, which took approximately 30 days. Then the home shopping process, which took another 30 to 60 days. And then the loan pre-approval, which took about a week. So all in all, it could take as little as 2 months and a week up to maybe about 3.5 months or so to go from the time that you start your home shopping process to the time that you close on your new home. However, the fourth part of the home shopping process is one that a lot of buyers don't always take into consideration, and that's the frequently negotiated seller rent back. You see, most sellers aren't necessarily ready to leave their home the second that they close escrow. They need time to pack. Sometimes they need time to identify and close on their replacement property. So it's very common for sellers to ask and negotiate a 14, 30-day, or up to even a 60-day rent back after the close of escrow. This is totally dependent on the seller's needs, and again, this is a negotiable term. However, if the seller needs a rent back and they've got multiple offers, the buyer that's able to accommodate those rent back needs are gonna have a huge advantage, and it's ultimately going to take a much stronger offer in terms of price, in terms to combat the inability to give that seller a rent back. Given that the rent back could take as long as 2 months, from the time that you start your home shopping process to the time that you close, to the time that the seller moves out, it could be 5 to 6 months from the time that you start to the time that you actually move into your new home. So when you're projecting how long should I build into my schedule, or how long should I basically anticipate the home buying process to take overall, it's not a stretch to budget a 6-month process to account for things like shopping, to account for things like a rent back, to account for even small delays in the escrow process, which happens, by the way. There are so many different things to consider, and so budgeting enough time will ensure that you don't end up homeless. If you've got a lease or something that you're trying to time appropriately, it's always best to budget a little bit more time than you anticipated taking in order to make sure that you don't end up homeless. That's all I've got for you. If you have any questions about buying a home here in Silicon Valley or anywhere in the Bay Area, my team is here to help. We are literally helping dozens of clients from YouTube every single year, and we absolutely love it. So don't hesitate to reach out to us at the number down below. I hope you found some value in this video, and whoever you choose to help you in your home buying journey here in Silicon Valley, I wish you the absolute best of luck. This is Danny Gould, everyone, selling Silicon Valley, and I'll catch all of you in the next video.